Thanks. People of Riften, heed my words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence. This is one of the signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons filled with your vile liquids, and embrace the teachings of the Handmaiden of Kine.
No, Marama. We talked about this. Talon?
Kirava, certainly we can come to some sort of an understanding. These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Enough, Marama. We've all heard of the dragons and their return. There's no need to use them as an excuse to harass our customers.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove myself from this den of iniquity.
We're not kicking you out. Just keep the sermons at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
Blessings of Mara upon you. How may I help you, my son? Of course. I'd be more... Right now, the best you could provide is coin. We need all the... Thank you. I can promise you that this will be put to good use. Wonderful. Where to begin? Mara is the goddess of love. The temple spreads her gifts by tending to the sick, the poor, and the lost. We also perform wedding ceremonies for all the loving couples in Skyrim. Yes, if you were ready, of course. Are you familiar with how marriage works in Skyrim? Typically, love in Skyrim is as earnest as the people who live here. Life is hard and short, so there's little room for long courtship. A person who is looking for a spouse simply wears an amulet of Mara about the neck, showing they are available. When another person shows interest and the two agree to be together, one of them comes to the temple and we arrange a ceremony. Mara's domain encompasses the emotions we strive the most to embrace: love, compassion, and understanding. It's difficult to appreciate her gifts in these dark times, but you should consider her light a beacon in the storm. Here you are. Now, remember, people in Skyrim respond to deeds. You will find more people interested in your love if you help them. Good luck. Mara bless you. May you return to her benevolence in safety.
Welcome. Is there something I can do? I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential... I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 I don't know what to say. Such kindness is unheard of in these times. Here, I want you to accept this as payment for your sacrifice. And we both thank you. Three, in fact. They're my own. First is the Velvet Lechance, which is a mixture of blackberry, honey, spiced wine, and a touch of nightshade. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Second, we have the White Gold Tower, which is heavy cream with a layer of blended mead, lavender, and dragon's tongue on top. Last, and only for the bravest of souls, we have the Cliff Racer, which is firebrand wine, Cyrodiilic brandy, Flynn, and Sujamma. They're vermin, garbage. They're exactly what makes this city such a horrible place to live. How appropriate they should live in the Ratway with the rest of the trash.
You've been in Riften for quite some time now, Lady Mule.
Disgusting. Ruined sewers filled with good... There's an entrance down by the canal, but I'd highly advise you to stay out of there. It's the Thieves' Guild's territory.
If you were to leave, I'd miss you terribly.
If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
I owe you my life.
Yeah.
It would take a threat to all of Skyrim for me to depart. You're a stranger here too, huh? To call it a guild is ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and tradition. What do you think? You know, I'm beginning to respect you. Since we share the same opinion of them, let me warn you that they're recruiting others to join their guild. Maven Blackbriar, the matriarch of the family, represents everything that... She's bribed countless officials, has friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften citizens from her family, but to no avail. Well, there is Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. She likes to spend time down in Elgrim's elixirs. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son. Spoiled brat and heir to her empire. He follows her word like a loyal dog follows its master. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder. I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, Elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between. Many years ago, I lost my blade, Grimsever, within a Dwemer ruin. I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and trust. It's been difficult. I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself, and I keep running into impossible obstacles. Corruption, lies and deceit, or if it wasn't for Eren, the young man who saved my life, I think it was Eren who found me dying outside of a Dwemer ruin. If he hadn't brought me here and nursed me back to health, I would have... When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason. So I stayed. It was lost years ago. Without it, I feel almost as defenseless as a newborn. I couldn't ask you to undertake such a treacherous journey, but I see that spark in your eye, and I know better than to warn you away. Grimsever rests within the Dwemer ruin of Mesinchaleft. Tread carefully, friend. Those same ruins almost took my life. I was adventuring in the depths of the ruins when I was attacked by a massive construct, like nothing I had ever seen. When the Colossus struck, Grimsever was knocked from my grasp, and I was wounded badly. It was only through blind luck that I was able to crawl away from the Dwemer abomination and make my way to the surface. I must have collapsed, because the next thing I remember is Eren standing over me, tending to my wounds. Please be careful. I don't wish to be the reason for your death. Well met, friend. How can I help you? Maven Blackbriar? I've tried everything I can to protect Riften citizens from her family, but to no avail.
Ours is to smile at your passing, friend. Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both? If you'll excuse me,
I presume you're
I have other
bothered.
things to attend
Of
to.
course. Nothing gets done without my approval in this city. I have the Jarl's ear, and the guards in my pocket. Anyone makes trouble for me, and I pay a visit to the Thieves Guild. Make me angry, and I contact the Dark Brotherhood. You do well to remember that the next time you make such a stupid observation. I believe we're done.
If your allegiance lies with the Empire, they mean to take our history and crush it all in the name of some damn treaty. The soil beneath our feet is steeped in the blood of our ancestors. We've fought for this land, and died for it. I lost my own daughter to the Imperial dogs, and by Talos I'll not lose any... Lilia joined the Stormcloaks many years ago. When the first of the skirmishes broke out across Skyrim, I was so proud of her. She served as a battle maiden, using her healing arts to help. It didn't matter. The Imperial soldiers cut her down, killed her like a dog. And that's why I won't rest easy until every single Imperial soldier joins her.
Welcome to the Bee and Barb,
the
my
throne
lord.
of Skyrim.
If I can interest you
Ulfric
in one of
or
our
die
special
trying.
drinks,
There's
you let me
nothing in
know.
between.
I've never seen Mjol this upset about anything. Mjol told me that it isn't. Mjol's brought me nothing but
You're not
safety
from
and
around
peace of
here.
mind.
Imperial
Some
spy,
lessons with
perhaps?
the blade.
Well met, friend. How can I help you?
Yes?
I hope that someday this city will be free from corruption, and we can all live in peace.
What do you want, Lizard?
If you've got the coin, you're welcome here. Otherwise, hit the road. What can I get you? Mead? Wine?
Riften's biggest exports used to be fishing and honey until the Blackbriar family moved in. Now the meadery is the biggest game in town.
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. Head north to Winterhold. There's a college there. Else you could go see the Jarl's wizard. Might be able to help you.
The Thieves Guild has been pushing hard to regain a foothold in this city. Rumor has it they're falling apart from... Crime is an all-time high in this city thanks to the Thieves Guild. Don't we have enough problems with the war going on? Mjol the Lioness used to adventure across Skyrim before she settled down in Riften. I hear it all ended when she lost her enchanted blade. Riften's biggest exports used to... If it's true that the dragons have returned, what will it mean for all of us? Is this how it all ends?
Looking for a place to stay? Come back and see us again.
My skill in battle is unmatched. Fortunately for you, why hire a common soldier to protect you when you can have a master of the arcane? If you change your mind, seek me out here. Why settle for just stabbing your foes when you can roast them alive in a gout of arcane fire?
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. If I
Yeah.
can interest
What's
you
your problem?
in one of our special drinks,
I knew that
let me
stupid
know.
kid would try and find a way to weasel out of his debt. Look, this is really simple. I lent him some gold, he promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. End of story. All right. I guess I made enough from his shipment. No need to waste any more time threatening a stable hand. Tell Shadra he doesn't owe me anything. I hope we bump into each other again. Look, I already said Shadra doesn't owe me a thing, so get off my back.
Looking for work? I need someone to deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar. Well, I recently approached Sibby Blackbriar about buying Frost, one of the finest breeding horses in Skyrim. He agreed to sell. I paid Sibby half the cost of Frost up front, but before he could deliver, Maven had him locked up. Sibby believes this exempts him from our deal. It does not. I want you to talk to Sibby for me. Then I want you to bring me Frost and the lineage papers that prove the horse's worth. Good man. You won't regret it. Head to the Riften jail and talk to Sibby. Get him to tell you where Frost and his lineage papers are and bring them to me outside Riften. You'll be well paid for your time. No idea, but whatever he did, it must have angered Maven. No guard would lock up a Blackbriar without the old lady's permission. I'm not exactly comfortable around guards or jails. Definitely not when associates of mine have been locked up. No, I'll meet you outside of town.
If your allegiance lies with the Empire, we haven't much to discuss.
Well met, friend. How can I help you?
I've never seen
Welcome to the
Mjolnir this
Bee and
upset about
Barb, my
anything.
lord.
The city
If I can
really gets
interest
to
you
her.
in one of our special drinks, you let me know.
Need something?
Is there something I can do for you? If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
Sorry about the work. I suppose you can call it that. I call it slavery. I work my fingers to the bone keeping this disgusting place clean. Ever since my parents died and Helga took me in, it's been a nightmare. How was I to know she was such a wretched woman? So now I'm stuck living here, while those pigs she calls customers grope me and say the most awful things. It's not just the work, it's everything about her. She's disgusting. I think she takes her worship of Dibella a bit too seriously. Do you know she slept with 3 different men in the last month alone? What kind of woman would do such a thing? Just for once, I'd like to see her squirm, to rub her nose in it. Actually, there is, but I don't think I could get away with doing it. She'd kill me if she found out. You see, I happen to know, after she makes love, she gives her partner a token of her affection, called a Mark of Dibella. If you confront her with 3 of the marks, she'd be so embarrassed. Well, I don't know what she'd do. Oh, this is going to be great! You need to get the marks of Dibella from Boli, Hofgrir, and Indaren. Not sure how you're going to do that, but try your best. Then just confront Helga with them, and the rest works itself out. Try and get those marks without violence, please. I don't want to be responsible for their deaths. Or yours. Any luck getting the marks from those men? Sorry about the mess. Keeping this place clean is quite a chore.
Dragons breathing fire in the sky? Vampires brazenly attacking people on the street? Go cast your fancy magic someplace else.
Never seen Mjol this upset about anything. The city really gets to her.
Sure. I'm a dirty beggar. Why would you want... Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. All right, then.
It's so good to see. Please. Please, I can't take this place anymore. The trees, all the colors, but the city's so dark.
Okay, lad. Ready to make some coin? Do you want me to hold your hand as well? You're going to have to sneak over to Madesi's stall and use your lockpick on the stronglocks. Then, when you have the ring, you pickpocket Branchet and leave it behind. We've been contracted to make sure Branchet remembers not to meddle in affairs that aren't his own. Now, since we're not the Dark Brotherhood, we're not going to kill him. We're just going to make sure he sits in the prisons for a few days. Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Everyone! Gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention. Gather round, all.
So cold, so hungry, so tired.
Gather round, all. Gather round, all. No pushing, no shoving. Plenty of room. You need to hear this. Gather round, all.
Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
Patience, Branchet. This is a rare opportunity. I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence, and it turned out to be crushed nerve root mixed with water.
Well, that was a simple misunderstanding. But this item is the real thing.
If you're ever in the market, I deal in specialty goods for Morrowind at one of the stacks. I may be Dark Elf by birth. Through reasons I hope one day to find out what happened to me. Just one. It was one of the... If you come across anything in your trap, thank you. I learned that a record. I spent years looking for what became of the ship. See for yourself. Oh, come on. Are you talking about the Snow Elves?
The one and only. Mystical beings who live in legends. Masters of
I picked up a trick. He showed me a way to grind up ice wraith teeth and use it as a puzzle. I'm always looking to replenish my supply. So if you ever come across 5 of them, thanks. I was actually worried I'd run out. Well, I'd be careful if I were you. I hear the Nords hunt them, but the last traveler that traded me some. Careful though. Rumor has it a dragon makes its home. They live below the streets in the ratway like dirty animals. And trust me, they're no better. They make it difficult for decent people to earn a living. It's Riften's name for this. If you fancy keeping your purse filled with gold and your head on your shoulders, I'd stay out of those awful tunnels.
May the ground you Come see me in the market if you're looking for the finest custom jewelry.
Can't you bother me at my armor
Skyrim.
stand in the market? Or are you
Good
that
journey,
desperate for
Marsh
training?
friend.
There are ruins. If I were you, I'd keep my... Look, I've moved all over Skyrim self. I'm not out to win friends, and I could care less if... The sooner I get out of Skyrim, the better. Are you serious? The war is tearing the land apart. The dragons have returned seeking who knows what. Skyrim is going no... If I were you, I'd pack up and get out of here before you end up in one of those burial cairns. Come back when you're ready to spend more gold.
I run the meat and produce stand at the market. Come by and see me if you want some of the freshest food you've ever eaten.
Don't even think about it.
Those teeth. Those bastards are dangerous.
When I'm done here, I'd be... Please, please, hold all your questions until after I finish.
Well met, friend. How can I help you?
I've never seen Mjolnir this upset about anything. The city... really gets to her.
Oh, excuse me, my lord. I'll be glad to sell you an elixir after I'm done with you. Please, please. When I'm done here, I'd be more than happy to sell you an elixir.
Come see me in the market if you're looking for the finest custom jewelry in all
If you're
of
ever in the
Skyrim.
market, I deal in
Good
specialty
journey,
goods from
Marsh.
Wind at one of the... Stands. Anything you can find would be of great help. Good luck.
Keep your hands to yourself. away from me!
Please, please, hold all your questions until after I've finished.
Can't you bother me at my armor stand in the market? Or are you that desperate for training?
Go cast
Come
your
back when
fancy
you're ready
magic
to spend more
someplace
gold.
else.
Goodness knows I could use it.
Please. Please. I can't take this place anymore. The trees.
I'm right behind
all
you.
The colors. The city so
You
dark.
lead, I'll follow.
Why? It makes no sense. Huh?
Don't even think about it.
Just how long did you expect me to keep those people distracted? I had to let the whole plan fall through.
Huh?
Well, at least you didn't do anything stupid. Next time when you're given a job, don't wander off or take your sweet time. I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Talon,
Nothing around
another
here has been
round.
going well lately.
I think you've had plenty, Volwolf. Maybe you should head on home. Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. If I can interest you in one of our
organization's been having
special
a run of
drinks,
bad luck.
let me know.
But I suppose that's just
Suit
how it
yourself.
goes. But never mind that. Even though you fouled up the job, I still think you've got the spark I'm looking for.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Dangerous.
Come see me in the market if I do. Sadly, I'm one of... Only trouble is gathering materials. Would you be interested in gathering some material? Thank you, I'm seeking a small list of items to complete my next creation. 2 flawless sapphires, a mammoth tusk, and... Not well, I'm afraid. That Brynjolf, he keeps draining. A few months ago, it was Troll Fat Sav, and now he's got something new. Yes? Good journey, marsh friend. You have not well, I'm afraid. A few months... Not that there's anything that can be done about it. He's in good with the Thieves Guild. Good journey, marsh friend.
I'm warning you. Back off.
The problem is your disrespect for the laws of this land. It's time to face the Jarl's justice.
Waste of time.
Skyrim has no use for your kind.
Don't even think about it.
Those little bastards are dangerous.
My time is up. Come back tomorrow if you wish to buy.
What a waste of time.
Damn. I knew I shouldn't have waited.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job. Looks like I chose the right person for the job. And here you go. Your payment. Just as I promised. The way things have been going around here, it's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch. My organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it. Look, I'll make this simple for you. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon. When you make up your mind, come find me there, and we'll talk about your future.
Still here. You lead, I'll follow.
Get your thieving hands off that!
New around Riften? Take my advice. Stay at the Bee and Bar.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? Smart man. Now come along with us. We'll take it.
Hey, what are you doing down here? Oh, my mistake then. Sorry, you can go on ahead. By the gods. A dragon's been sighted just south of the city, flying around Lost Tongue Overlook. There's an apothecary in town, yeah. But it's down on the lower walkway, so stay sharp if you were down there.
Take my advice. Don't listen to that talk of the face sculptor down in the Ragged Flagon. Face Butcher is more like it from what I've heard.
I need to ask you to stop. That shouting is making people nervous. Can't say I've heard of any laws against whatever that is you're doing, but I'll lock you up if I have to. Good. Glad we straightened that out. I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Piss off. I'm busy.
If you're looking to settle in Riften, there's a house for sale. Honeyside. See the steward in the keep if you want it.
Stay out of trouble, lizard. Watch the skies, traveler.
Welcome to Mistvale Keep. As Riften's steward, I'm afraid I can provide only limited assistance. There are those that believe the Jarl does nothing. I can assure you that this is entirely false. We are fully in control of everything. I'd hardly call them a guild. More like unorganized rabble.
Welcome to
in
Riften, traveler.
As long
I
as
hope
you
the road
continue
fared
to
well
obey
for you.
our laws.
What can I do for you? Well, I feel Ulfric's cause is just. My concern is for the people of the Rift. How can they continue to lead their already meager lives with dark clouds looming overhead? My heart goes out to them. If only our coffers were deeper, I could protect them as they... With the Stormcloaks at his back, Ulfric's poised to rid Skyrim of the Empire's forces and invalidate our involvement with the White Gold Concordat. Many have died taking up arms for this cause. Surely you're aware of the Great War between the Imperials and the Elves who called themselves the Aldmeri Dominion? When the smoke cleared, the White Gold Concordat was signed. One of the terms of a treaty was the outlawing of worship to Talos. To the Stormcloaks, this was viewed as the moment when the Empire became unworthy of the allegiance of any true Nord. We're all eager to see them brought to justice. Maven Blackbriar has assured me that they're being dealt with appropriately. As one of our city's most influential citizens, she's taken it upon herself to oversee their incarceration. Sadly, they're proving elusive, but I have confidence that Maven won't give up until this city has been rid of them all. Good journey to you.
If you're here to report any instances of corruption, be confident that we're handling these rumors accordingly.
Oh, come to gloat, have we? To poke fun? Because I did something not a soul in this blood-stained house of war has the backbone to do. Dared to speak my mind. I dared speak of the Empire and the lies that have been spread by Ulfric, the leader of the Stormcloaks. Now my mother's stripped me of my heritage and incarcerated me here like a common criminal, and my brother has all but disowned me. Be wary what you say around here, friend. You'll find not all take kindly to insurrection. Ulfric only cares about one thing. Ulfric. He's ordained himself the future High King of Skyrim, and steps on anyone that gets in his way. He's begun a rebellion against those that wish to eradicate the worship of Talos, and uses it as his rallying cry. His cause may be true, but the man is a lie. All he holds in his heart is lust for the throne. All right, then.
If those Whiterun gods can take down the dragon, so can we.
I could feel you laughing behind my back. Did Harold send you to taunt me? Mm-hmm.
What do you need? You're like me, eh? Don't fancy those clunky, two-handed weapons.
You see those warriors?
Now I remember. You're that new member of the Companions. So you... what?
Those who shirk their duties will get an extra beating. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Scarlet.
And one more thing. I want to hear no more talk of adoptions. None of you riffraff is getting adopted, ever. Nobody needs you. Nobody wants you. That, my darlings, is why you're here. Why you will always be here, until the day you come of age and get thrown into that wide, horrible world. Now, what do you all say?
We love you, Growler. Thank you for your kindness.
That's better. Scurry off, you gutter snipes.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? Smart man. These vampires are becoming a real menace.
You really shouldn't be here. I'm sorry, but the children aren't up for adoption right now. You should go. Sadly, yes. Even the townsfolk have taken to calling her Grelod the Kind. Her very Grelod runs this orphanage because she's old. But I'm sorry. You should go. The children aren't up for adoption, and it's cruel to get their hopes up. I'm sorry, no. I wish things were otherwise. All of these children deserve a better home. But there's nothing I can do.
I do hope Mummy and Father come to get me soon. Oh, Aventus Aretino? I heard he went back to his house in Windhelm, and he's trying to get the Dark Brotherhood to come and murder Grelod. That would be so wonderful. All right, then.
What do you want? You have no business. This is an orphanage, not an inn. Be gone from here.
They'd skin us alive if they knew we were doing this.
What do you need?
Need something? This temple is dedicated to Mara. I'm only a humble acolyte, though. If you wish to avail...
Come to laugh at the grave? If you're trying to ask if I tend the Hall of the Dead alone, you think anyone around here is going to lift a shovel to help me? Look, I didn't ask for this job. I got stuck with it thanks to my father. My father was a priest of Archay. I never had any friends. So I grew up with a miserable trade. This is all I know how. I'd like to make the journey to the Hall of the Dead in Windhelm and give my ceremonial dagger to Anders, the caretaker. I believe once it's interred with my father's remains, I'll be at peace with his memory. I hadn't asked you because I was afraid you'd say no. I appreciate your help. Here, I'm entrusting you with the dagger. Bring it to Anders and he'll take care of the rest. A priest of Archay is entrusted with a ceremony. It's usually given by the head priest who sanctified the ritual. In my case, the head priest happened to be my father. The thing is, I never wanted to follow in his footsteps. I had to, for honor's sake, but I had waited too long. My father died before he could see my training to completion. When I finally became a priest, they gave me the new High Priest's dagger. But I already owned my father's. So you see, I have to return it. It breaks tradition, and I need to tell him that I finally did what he wanted. Be cautious. The pilgrimage to the shrine is not an easy one.
What is it? Dragons?
Welcome to the Pond Broad. I have also catch. In my youth, I was a fisherman. I had a beautiful ship. I ended up selling that ship to open this place. Seemed only fitting. If I had been smarter, I would have kept my boat. Coming... The question is, what isn't wrong with Riften? This city's corrupt. Rotten to the core. No one cares. Authorities. Have you been listening to what I said? The only way to get things done in this city is to keep it. It's our name. It used to be a huge system hundreds of years. The Guild stocks the place full of thugs that aren't good enough to join. So watch yourself if you venture down there.
My husband Bercy will be the death of me. Oh, he spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough about himself. All the crime and corruption in Riften is really getting to him. And now that we hear rumors about the dragons...
Pickings may be a bit slim today, but if you see anything you like, I'll make you a good deal. If you're looking for anything to sell... Need something?
Bercy's afraid that someone's making a move to take the Pawn Prawn from us. I think he's being paranoid.
If it's a bed you need, talk to Kirava in the B&B bar. She'll set you right.
I'm really afraid of Grelin. When Aventus escaped, she was a little boy who lived here, Aventus Aretino. He ran away, back home to Windhelm. Samuel told me he's trying to get some murderer people to come here and kill Grelin. I really hope he does.
Come to get yourself a kid? You're out of luck. No, Aventus Aretino. Before he left, he said he was going to do the Black Sacrament. You know, word out on the street is that he went home to Windhelm, and people have heard strange chanting coming from his house. He's really doing it. Please, mister, you gotta get me out of here. Ever since Aventus left, Grellad's been even... Aventus Aretino? He only lived here for a while.
Until next time.
I think... But Samuel told me he's back home in Windhelm, and is doing some kind of dark ritual. He's trying to summon some killers to come get old Grellad.
Riffraff. That's all you Riften people are.
You really shouldn't be here.
Jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship. Beautiful baubles with gleaming gemstones over here. Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
Hey, don't look at me that way. Who are you to judge me? So what if I have a problem? I know how to deal with it.
Still here. Huh?
Sorry, I'm afraid I can't. It was my sister, Lilia. We recently heard she'd been killed. I find it difficult to talk about. Anyway, I'm glad my work at the Blackbriar Meadery keeps me busy. Helps me keep my mind off of things. My father was a Stormcloak soldier in his younger days. My mother is the priestess of Talos. She tends to the shrine and teaches his ways. Don't mistake my political beliefs as a substitute for my family values. They're still my parents, and I love them dearly. I just think they've let my sister's death skew their outlook on Ulfric and what he really brings to the table with this war. I'm not so certain that Ulfric's intentions are as noble as they think. I think Ulfric cares about Ulfric, and the rest is a smokescreen. I'd appreciate if you kept my opinion between us. The last thing I want to do is have my parents lose another child. Yes, actually. I'm partnered with Maven Blackbriar. We've been staggeringly successful so far. My name may not be on the label, but some of my blood, sweat, and tears are in every drop. Figuratively, of course. You've caught me at a bad time. I've lost someone dear to me. Huh?
I'm the brewmaster around here. I'm quite busy. Need something, or can I get back to work? Lady Maven could buy her. She's always welcome. I'd also warn you not to cross her. She employs quite a few shooters. Hey, Cap. Yeah, what do you want? Maven Blackbriar wants me to keep the mead flowing. Ever since and if the meadery is profitable, I'll get rid. You're crazy. How dare you make such an accusation? You aren't making any sense. Hand what over? If word gets around that I betted her, they'll lose all respect for me at the meadery. Take the mark if you want it. It's not worth all this hassle anyway. Good. Now maybe I can get back to work. Good. Now maybe I can get back to work.
Hey, don't look at me that way. Who are you to judge me?
Stay out of trouble, lizard.
You want to talk? Finish those jobs for Brynjol first.
What do you need?
Working at the Riften fishery is tough, but it puts some coin in my pocket.